Dear friends, good evening. And in part 2 today, we are going to continue whatever we discussed in the class yesterday. A few more frequently and repeatedly asked these questions or such questions in almost all competitive examinations. Now, the first one, commonly used, commonly committed by most people, return back. Yesterday evening I returned back to Chennai. No, return itself means to come back. Why should you use it? Is repetitive. Why do you use return back? I returned the book back to the librarian. No. So back is out of place when you use return. I returned from Mysore to Chennai. Don't say I returned from Mysore back to Chennai. No, don't use back. I suppose it's clear. And now let us move on to the next one. Don't ever say I referred the book. I referred that magazine. It's always, when it is followed by any book, any magazine or any newspaper, it is always preceded by to. Please refer to this book. Please refer to this newspaper dated. Otherwise, without to, if you use refer, it only means direct. Somebody came to me for help. I referred him to my friend who is rich. I directed him. Without to, if you use refer, it only means direct. And now, you would have come across plenty of people using my brother is good in maths and bad in English. No, good and bad both are not followed by in. It is always at. He is good at mathematics, he is bad at English. Remember that. It is never followed by in. And now, everywhere you would have come across furnitures are available. There is no word as furnitures. No, yes, it is a collective noun referring to too many pieces of furniture. If you want to say I have a lot of furniture at home, you can say I have some expensive pieces of furniture at home. Similarly, no equipment, referring to each and every equipment you have in the lab. My father yesterday gave me lots of advices. No, some good pieces of advice or some pieces of advice, P-I-E-C-E. Scenery, collective noun. Machineries, no, machinery. They are all collective nouns. You don't have to use yes. Now the next one is this also. Please sign on page 2. Sign is not followed by on. Sign page number 14 or 16. Whereas you can say put your signature on page number 2. Put your signature on page 2 but sign page number 2. Yeah, this is the next one is a very important one. We are having a meeting now, but we have a car. We can't say we are having a car. We are having our own house. When it comes to possession, we don't use ing. There are a few verbs for which we don't use ing form at all, like own, desire, a few more, nearly some 40 to 50 verbs are there. Remember, I am remembering him. There are a few verbs, at least 40 to 50. I can't mention all these in the class. Okay. Mostly, I am loving him. No, I love him. I am liking him. No, I like him. So certain verbs cannot be used in ing form in continuous tense. Okay, so to possess we don't use ing form. We have a car, I own a car, that's allowed. Whereas here it does not mean own, it is an experience. We are having a meeting. Can you own a meeting? Can you possess a meeting? It is an experience, hence you can use having. We are having a meeting now. He is having a shower. He cannot own a shower. So understand the distinction. We are having a meeting. It is an experience. We have a car. It is a possession. Understand? Okay, now the next one, yes, yours. In those days when people were writing letters, even these days also sometimes when you send emails, you might use yours invariably with apostrophe s. Invariably with apostrophe s. No, absolutely no. Theirs, hers, ours. Okay, we are two, ours too. Okay, no apostrophe s at all, without apostrophe s. Please keep in mind, don't commit the same mistake if at all you are in the habit of committing such a mistake. Okay, we will move on to the next one. Yeah, Raju and myself went for a movie last week. It sounds all right. The sentence sounds all right, but there is a mistake. Myself, himself, herself, yourself, themselves, ourselves. All these cannot be used alone. I go with myself. I myself did it. I myself, this is an emphatic pronoun. I myself did it. He himself came on his own. She herself did the homework all alone without anybody's help. Emphatic pronoun. And see, Raju and myself. Myself cannot be used alone, as I said before. Hence, what do you write over there? Raju and I. Raju and I went for a movie last week. Raju and my aunt went for a movie last week. So, don't use myself, himself, herself alone. Got it? Okay. The next one. And here I said, in fact, I myself did it. This is an emphatic pronoun. I fell down and hurt myself. This is a reflective pronoun. A reflective pronoun. I fell down and hurt myself. Okay, there is, by the way, don't get confused, but understand that myself, yourself, himself, herself cannot be used alone. Look at the next one. What's the difference? To sit on the table. Just imagine this is a table. I am sitting on the table. I am sitting on the table. Absolutely right. There is no problem whatsoever. When I say to sit at the table, I should have a chair in front of the table, and if I were to sit on the chair, having a table in front of me, okay, supposing here is, you have a chair here, I sit on the chair and I have a table in front of me, which means I am sitting at the table, although I will be sitting on the chair, but having a table, so to sit at the table. Look at the next one. It sounds humorous and hilarious. The father married his daughter. If you stop there, okay, I know you understand. Okay, the father married his daughter off. You should put a double off to a rich man to give his daughter to somebody. The father married his daughter off to a doctor. The father married his son off to a rich lady. Off is very, very important. To give one of his children in marriage to somebody. That's the meaning. You have to use off. Now, there are lots of nouns ending in yes, but they are not plural. 6 miles is a long way. It's a long distance. I cannot walk. Yes, singular verb. Singular verb. Singular means is, am, was, plural, or, and, where. In most questions, are you going to use a singular verb or a plural verb? So they end in yes, but they are not plural and hence to be followed by a singular verb. 6 miles is a long distance. I cannot walk. 1,200 rupees for this shirt. 1,200 rupees is too much. It is too expensive. I cannot afford to buy. Look at the next one. This one also is committed very often, frequently by lots of people. I left to college at 9 a.m. today. Left or leave is not at all followed by to. It is always followed by for. I left for Chennai this morning around 8 o'clock. I left Bangalore for Chennai. Don't say to Chennai. I left Bangalore for Chennai, not to Chennai. So leave or left not to be followed by to, it is to be followed by for. And the next one, comprise of. The class comprises of 15 boys and 20 girls. Comprise is not followed by of. The class comprises 15 boys and 20 girls. But when you use the same verb in passive voice, of is very much there. The class is comprised of in passive voice. The class is comprised of 15 boys and 20 girls. Otherwise, the class comprises 15 boys and 20 girls.